I'm Elizabeth. I am the owner and lead creative at Velvet Mesquite, and we are a wedding planning company based in West Texas, but we travel all around. Today I am doing a react video to a couple of the wedding scenes from Crazy Rich Asians. Okay, so this is a bachelor party.
Brilliant. She's coming with me.
Oh, look. Yes. 36 hours. Back. Minty, one piece, please.
Yeah.
Not listening at all.
They're supposed to check in every 6 hours. That's cute. But also, my husband got lost at a bachelor party one time, so, I mean, I understand.
So, I'm going to intro you to my posse. We're flying to my mum's resort in Sumatra. She's closed down the whole place just for us. We're going to have so much fun.
Good for you.
I'll meet the girls.
I love that for
This
you.
is Rachel. Ladies, come on!
See this?
Let's go.
They're taking a trolley to a plane that is from like where I'm sitting right now to across the street.
Don't worry. It's going to be great whenever it happens. I don't think it will be.
Can plan a normal stag party. Hookers, drugs, dogfighting, that's minor league shit. To organize a party, this bastard, he's a massive asshole. He's a goddamn mastermind. Where exactly?
There's always that groomsman. There's always that groomsman. Honestly, there's always that bridesmaid too. That she's like, I can plan this wedding better than you can. Always that bridesmaid, always that groomsman. Don't be that person.
Here's this party. It's right there. Bloody hell.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Do you think there are people that actually have this kind of money?
Yeah, I think I sent you a video. It's like a GQ event planner reacting to a bunch of movies and parties from movies. When she reacted to this one, she was talking about how, like, because it's a shipping container, it's probably a lot less expensive than a private yacht, but they do have to, like, bring in the lights and those gigantic like the huge, like...
Oh, and talk about a rainy day plan. You're in the ocean, like the middle of the ocean. What happens if you have like bad weather, big waves? Okay, so if I was planning this, first thing would be like, what's your backup plan? Like, if there is weather, they probably have an island that they can go to. Yeah. It's fine. Sure, okay, you can find a boat, a big boat, a shipping container if you want, if you have the money or whatever. I worry more about the legalities if someone got hurt. He talked about international waters a lot. So, but like, still as a human, I would worry about someone getting hurt. Like, what if they fall off the boat? Or what if they just get too drunk and like bang their head on something? I think even when you're like, even though you go in international waters, I think there's like rules once you're coming back on like, you still have to follow whatever that country's drinking protocols and drugs, I'm assuming, and whatnot. So
There's legalities and permits galore.
this just really stresses me out. It would be really cool to plan, but also, I don't know. That might be out of my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Once the party gets, like, planning the party would be a headache, but once the party gets started, there's not too much, like where with a wedding, it's like, okay, make sure that these, like, 10 things happen on time.
Right.
With this, it's like, okay, the party's started, y'all.
Make sure people don't kill themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like people forget about the whole make sure people don't kill themselves
Like,
portion of event planning.
yeah. Especially once drugs and alcohol get involved. Rachel visits the Young Mansion. This has Aquafina in it.
No.
I love her. I'm gonna watch this movie tonight. I love this movie. It is wild.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Beautiful. It's 200 mil worth of real estate. Spectacular.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is definitely more than a $200 million home.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what is
a lot
the-
more. I know Midland's like pricing is screwed up, but this is way more than a $200 million home. Okay. I also think maybe I was thinking like 2 million at first.
Yeah, 200 million is different than 2 million.
Right.
This isn't Real Estate Agent Reacts.
The good bathrooms are up the stairs, and you can get
The good bathrooms.
changes in
Okay,
there.
God, I'll find it. Thank you.
You know, when you said you grew up in your grandma's house, I wasn't expecting this. Thank you.
Oh, no. Those are a few fingers. Thank you very much. A little bit much, I know.
Isn't that also in
That seems
Princess
like
Diaries?
So many, like, or is it Pretty Woman?
I think it's maybe Pretty
I feel
Woman,
like
but
it's in every like, oh, she's so poor and he's so rich.
yes,
kind of
it's
movie.
like here's this for your fingers. I've also never been to anything where they've given me a bowl for my fingers.
That sounds unsanitary.
Besides when I'm getting my nails done.
Right.
This place is gorgeous. And like the rolling green hills. I mean, there are armed guards out there. And a giant tiger. Okay.
There's a cute little tiger.
That is Mr. Harriman.
Now, my great-grandfather actually shot him when he ran into the house.
We've been to many houses with large exotic animals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just there. It's not like museum where, it's like, stay away. It's just like, right there. Take a picture with your cocktail drink with the giraffe. It's fine. So they have like people specifically like the valet service, like taking the cars and whatnot. And then they have people opening the doors, which great because we all know you can't open your own door into the house. That's my next house party. I'm gonna have a doorman.
You absolutely.
Or a woman.
Yeah.
Someone spunky.
Whoever wants to get paid.
And then we will have bowls of water. What is
Soapy
in?
water?
We're gonna have that. Jazz band. I love a good jazz band. I love a good jazz band. Full on kitchen staff. Like, culinary staff.
Like not even just like caterers who brought food in.
No. Like full on culinary staff.
包得咁好啊！睇住唔好太腍㗎。好放辣椒，咪唔可以10分鐘好啦。
Mom.
You need a haircut, so unkempt. And you look tired from your trip. I'm going to ask the cook to make you some herbal soup. 燉啲雞湯俾小人. I'll send it to the hotel later.
Mom, this is Rachel Chu.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you, Mrs. Young.
It's so interesting how many of our weddings, the wedding itself is maybe the second time like people have met each other.
Like their future in-laws and stuff.
Yeah. It happens more often than you think. And sometimes this is the reaction.
Go ahead. I'll be out in a minute. Rachel, it was lovely meeting you.
Thank you, you too. Okay, she hates me.
Takes a little minute to warm up, but we'll get there.
Did you hear the dinner chimes? That's a thing. And in some weddings, and specifically some wedding venues, they still do like the dinner chime, like chimes, basically letting people know like it's time to find your seat. Kind of like at a theater where they flash the lights. Very similar. Kind of like the old like Western days, ranching days, where you have the. Sorry for that.
Oh, it's ready.
It's right at the front. Take a look.
I'm a little nervous. They have birds of paradise. Boutonnieres. Super cool. And then, okay, just like this scene starts off and it's the first like glimpse you get of everybody sitting among the grass, basically. And I do kind of think this movie started that trend of like the aisle. I want stuff looking like it's growing down the side of the aisles. Like I do think it was this movie that did this.
How do you think they did it?
It's Hollywood, baby. I don't know. I think it's so cute that the groom, like the guy that it's his wedding, is like making this moment about his best friend. That it's not his wedding. That's really cute. She's so pretty.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Little baby nuggets.
Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you?
This is probably the best walking down the aisle. Like most used classic song.
Yeah.
Like a river flows sweetly to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Just crying. It's fine.
I can't help falling in love with you.
That's such a scene. It's fine. It's so good. And it truly, like, it shows what so many people, like, what happens to so many people at weddings too. Like, at the ceremony,
Yes.
so many people are, like, looking at their significant other and they're like, I love you.
Yeah.
Or, like, remember when we did this?
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, like, older couples, they, like, snuggle up a little closer. And like, those are things you really only see whenever you're, like, at the back. Like, being the wedding planner, you're like, look at all the love.
That's so nice.
And they're in a church, which is mind-boggling.
Yeah, decor-wise, break it
Mine.
down for me.
They're in a church. They did the water, so that makes me think they have some sort of, like, shallow pool, like, situation
Yeah.
in the middle. And then the, like, reed grassy things are on the side, outside of the pool. And then, like, the florals are on the inside. It's just so spectacular. I also think it's interesting. So I stopped it, like, right whenever it's, like, her and the aisle behind her, and, like, everybody has their really pretty butterfly, firefly things. Whoever's idea that was, like, cinematically.
I'm getting repeated chills down my body.
And then
Okay.
bouquet, stunning. Her dress.
Her dress.
There are no words.
Yeah.
And her, like, leg stuff, because, like, when she, like, steps into the water, you see, like, it's like maybe she's wearing, like, tights or something, or, like, painted even. It's so pretty. And the singer is spectacular. Okay, so the way the main character, she's, like, crying, and she does this, like, really graceful, like, clearing of her eyes.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, yeah, it's always like, so good for you.
Love that she's a pretty crier. Good for you.
Good for her. That was good. I'm watching that tonight. So good. Decor-wise, it's just one of those where I feel like people take clips of it and they want to use it as inspiration, and that's great. Use it as inspiration, but understand their budget for even just decor was in the millions, and most people don't have that. So just whenever you have the pictures that you've pinned or whatever, just know that it is what it is. Like, coordination wise, there's just usually so much that goes into something of that scale and magnitude. Like, you're looking at bringing floors in, at bringing, like, live plants in. All those are, like, days worth, if not weeks worth of installations versus just the day of. And that, again, adds figures.
And also, I think it's a really good example in, a movie of a wedding weekend. Not just wedding day. We see a lot of that, but like this is a wedding weekend. We have a welcome party. We have bachelor. We have bachelorette. I didn't show it to you. It's just a spa weekend, really.
Yeah. Boring.
We have and we have rehearsal dinner, and we have ceremony. Like we have. It's a really good example of the phenomenon lately that has been like weddings. It's a whole thing. It's not just a day. That's my reaction. I really, really, really love that movie. I have loved it since it came out. So much love. They're so in love. They're so in love. Big takeaways. I would just say, yeah, like Hollywood is great, but it comes with a price tag, and so like, and literally the name of the movie is Crazy Rich Asians. So it's like, clearly these people had a lot of money. So if you're taking like everything is over the top. So you can't just take inspo and just assume that you can do it with a normal budget or an average budget. See you next time. Thanks for watching.